Are you in the career that is for you? Are you in a job that you absolutely love, that you would do even if you were not paid to do it? According to many media outlets in Canada and the United States, many persons are leaving their jobs. And so in the United States and in Canada, many companies have vacancies which they're finding it hard to fill. For example, in the retail sector, in the entertainment sector, food and beverages, in the medical sector also. For example, in Canada, many nurses, and even in the States, many nurses have resigned, and doctors. The question I want to ask though, is it that people are leaving their jobs and careers just because of the pandemic, or are they leaving because one of the things that the pandemic has done for us is that it has opened our eyes for us to realize that life is short and you need to do what you love. This is one of the things we talk about here, because Simplicity CU is a lifestyle blog and we look at living life simply. The fact is that many people are in different positions and different careers that they do not love or even like, but they do it for many different reasons. For some, it's a means to an end. For others, it's because of the status. I have met people who I have known who they were in a job or they have a career, but they really did not like that career. For example, I was speaking to someone years ago who was studying to be a doctor, but she would have preferred to be in the entertainment industry. But she was becoming a doctor because that's what her parents wanted her to do, because all her siblings were doctors. But she absolutely hated it and actually was struggling through school. I've met a pilot who would have preferred to be a contractor. I've met a teacher who wanted to be a dancer. And so it is. As a matter of fact, I've spoken to so many people who have said to me this is what they wanted to be. For example, I met a vice president of a company the other day, and she said to me what she really wanted to do was designing, but it doesn't pay. After that, I also met someone who was a lawyer, and he said he really wanted to teach. But is it that it doesn't pay, or is it that we are caught up in this whole thing of lifestyle and status quo? Because as far as I'm concerned, any job can pay. It's not how much you earn, it's what you do with what you earn. And I have found that if you do something that you love and that it's absolutely you, then what you'll find is that the money doesn't matter. The money will come after. So when someone says, no, this is what I wanted to do, but it doesn't pay, I don't buy that. That's just an excuse. And that's also a way for them to tell themselves that, you know what, this is okay. It's a way to justify themselves where they are. So as we talk about many careers and many jobs which people are letting go, I don't think it is just because of the pandemic. I think what the pandemic has done is that it has opened many persons' eyes to realize that life is fragile, life is short, and therefore, whatever time that we have left on earth, it's best that we do something that we absolutely love. That is what I think that has been happening. And during the lockdown, people had time to think. Because before, you're just going through the motions. Many persons were unhappy, but they were just going through the motions. And so, it's like a hamster on a wheel. You get up in the mornings, you go to work, you drive long hours to get to work, then you drive, come back, sitting in traffic. And so you don't have time to think. But during the lockdown, you can't go anywhere. You can't do your regular routines of going out to eat, hanging out, going to stylish shopping. So then you're forced to think because you're left alone with your thoughts. And I think this is what happened. Many people have been burnt out for a long time. We see where in Canada, many persons living in the bigger cities sold their houses and they went out to smaller areas and bought cheaper houses. Persons who could not afford a house before also did the same. They decided that, hey, why are we being stuck in the city and in this fast-paced lives? So many of those rural towns or smaller cities found many persons leaving and going to these areas for a slower pace of life. And this is what I think happened in the pandemic. People started to question themselves that, honestly, is it worth it? Does it really make sense for you to be working long hours, 12 hours per day, 8 hours per day, 60 hours per week, sometimes more? For what? And so my question is, if you are in a career or you're in a job that you totally hate, this is not you, then now is the time for you to do some self-exploration and question yourself. What is it that I want to do? Why am I doing this? Now is the time to take that leap of faith during this period, because it can be done. Simply become the person who you want to be. Definitely, this is not a cliche, though we say it all the time, but it is a fact. Life is just too short to not live the life you want. Life is too short to not live life on your own terms. Find the life that you want and simply live the life that you love. You cannot afford to keep going on and telling yourself that, this pays the bills. I guarantee you, when you do something that you love and that you're passionate about, if you keep at it, well then the money will come. And you'll be able to look after yourself and you'll be able to meet all of your needs. Don't worry about the financial aspect of it. When you're passionate about something, it shows. And the universe will reward your passion. So, live life on your terms. If you haven't done so, I want you to hit the like button. We are trying to get our numbers up. And we want you to spread our content, share with someone, and definitely subscribe. Until next time, let simplicity meet you where you are. And remember, live the life you love and love the life you live by choosing something that you are extremely passionate about.